Yeah,
Well, good.
we talk about video games. Long story short, on the podcast. So that's the tie-in,
Yeah.
and Elbow Rocket. So you know that we like Pacific Rim. So that's my excellent thought-out plug.
Yeah. Yeah. So, James, just to catch you up a little bit, I am about 50% done with the game.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the objective is to at first to ring these two bells, and so I've rung the two bells, and now I can enter into this fortress, which is basically like a walking death trap, and there are still some other sub areas that I can visit, but um, to move the plot forward, I'd have to walk straight, but I don't think I'm going to do that just yet.
Yeah, in general with games that aren't like Mario Sunshine or something, like ringing bells is like never a good thing. It seems
Yeah,
rather ominous to me.
yeah,
Uh,
it's
I've been
pretty bad.
watching some people play Resident Evil 4 again, where like ringing bells or sound always has like a big significance. So like, what are you when you ring these bells? What's supposed to happen? Like, do you have any context so far?
Yeah, so the idea is that you wake up in this place called the Undead Asylum. So your character is dead. Um, this is kind of like it's almost like a symbolism to purgatory. So you are roaming around this land called Lordran, and you have to pass through all these trials and essentially light the great bonfire. And if you do so, your soul can then pass on to whatever is after that. I don't think they really explain. Um, or you cannot light the bonfire and become basically the next servant of darkness, hell.
Uh,
and so and that's kind of like the objective. So you walk around, you light these like little mini bonfires around the way, but yes, that is the goal. So ringing these bells kind of awakens what you're supposed to be doing, or awakens like where you're supposed to go, I guess. Awakens the mind, and then you go from there.
so is this an actual gameplay split? You can choose either, like two endings or something.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
I just want to make sure it wasn't like a tease where it's just like, as part of the story, it's like you could do either, but really you can't. There's the green ending, the red ending, the blue ending.
No, no, you can actually choose your path. This was also prevalent in Demon Souls as well.
Hmm.
Same kind of concept. You were able to kind of end all of the torture by doing X, or you could continue it on basically as your avatar by doing Y. So,
Did you go through demons?
yes, I
Okay.
actually got the platinum on that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was all thanks to a gentleman who is on the backloggery. His name is Acquiesce, with a 3 at the end of his name instead of an E.
Uh,
Yes.
Not familiar with him, but if he helped you get a platinum, that he must be a nice guy.
He was phenomenal. So the
I don't.
game. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying I don't have very many platinums. Because I always start. I always think like I like this game a lot, and I played through it once,
Yeah.
and then it's rare that I have time to play through a game a second time anytime soon, just because I'm trying to get through new games. And
Yes.
then when I say okay, I'm gonna do a hard run, and I'm gonna collect everything, and I'm just like, no, I just kind of want to see the story again and shoot things. So I've done platinums for easy stuff like Telltale stuff and one
Okay.
of the Sonic collections. The only one that I kind of worked towards was Sly 2.
Oh.
Got a platinum on that, and
Yeah.
there's one or two others, but I know that Demon Souls is a much more invested one than that.
Yes. The hardest trophies to get, and they're all bronze, which makes it even worse.
So there's like 300 bronze trophies.
Yeah. It's the ones that are the hardest to get are all bronze. There are some
Oh, of
silvers.
course.
Yes. And it's basically upgrading your weapons to like the
Max.
maximum. Yeah.
So you have
And
to have
it's-
like max swords, max whatever else.
Yes. They go by types in this one. So not necessarily like the weapons, but like they have like weapons upgraded by this stone and so on and so forth. So yeah, and to do that you literally have to go through new game plus 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 plus.
That sounds about right. Actually, I haven't played it recently, but the platinum that I'm working super hard on right now is Hatsune Miku Project Diva F.
Oh, okay.
It's a rhythm game with the
Yeah.
Vocaloid people. And yeah, you have to play that a ton to basically grind enough money to buy everything. And then
Gotcha.
there's a separate mode where you basically just give gifts to people, and you
Yeah.
max out the relationship for each of these creepy anime people. And you essentially have to just shove like hundreds of orange juices down their throat in a very tedious process to get those trophies.
Orange juice, huh?
Well, like you give them different gifts, a lot of which is like tasty foods, like just stuff like it's not, stuff that you would expect like teenagers to like. So there's like chocolates and Japanese food as well, but like orange juice is popular with half of them. So I just shoved hundreds of them down their throat until they said they liked me and I got the trophy.
Gotcha.
That's a couple hours I can't get back.
Yeah, no. That's part of the thing about platinums. Like if there's entirely too much, now too much time invested kind of kills me, but I'm making the exception for Final Fantasy X simply because it is my favorite. So
I took a list. I took a list. I took a look at the list for platinum, and I was like, some of these things were things I like never would have bothered with the original version, and like a trophy is not enough for me to reconsider that.
gotcha.
Like monster collecting, I've never had an interest in,
Okay.
and the amount of grinding I would imagine it would take to max out everyone's sphere grid.
Yes.
Those are the big ones for Final Fantasy X, where I'm like, that's not happening.
Yeah. So okay, I am in the Valley of the Drakes, which is
Not a
one
very
of the-
cheerful sounding place.
No, none of this is cheerful at all. If you were looking for cheerful, you picked the wrong stream, sir.
Shoot. Come back when you do Project Diva.
Yeah. Yeah, Gamer says that sounds weird. Most rhythm games are kind of strange.
Well, most of them, now that like Activision had that interlude where we had Guitar Hero and stuff, but most of them are very, very Japanese.
Yes.
Like DDR is super tame, and that was kind of what we had before that. But like the rest of them, like Taiko Drum Master and the Diva games and stuff like that, they're a little weird, a little off. Very Japanese.
So, okay. So I almost ran and grabbed these items until I realized that this was not a bad formation. This looks like a giant dragon. And I'm fairly certain if I grab these items, he is not going to be pleased.
I'm gonna name him Benedict.
Okay, Benedict it is. I'm so glad you
Benedict
did that
Cumberbatch.
because I think it was either Gamer or it was maybe Blue Coma. Somebody in my stream had said I need to start naming all of the creatures I run into.
Uh-huh.
So you can be good at that.
I will name them. Yeah, that doesn't look as standby, as stationary as they want you to believe.
No. He blended very well at first.
They almost got you.
But then I saw the talons and I was like, eh.
Stuck out a little bit. You now that you're halfway into the souls, you're like, sharp things are bad. I noticed them.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I really want to grab those items though, because I'm so curious. And right now I really don't have a lot to lose. I don't have any humanity. In the upper left-hand corner, that number, that's my humanity. And humanity is basically a tradable item. The more of it you have, the more of a curse resistance you have, and the better your drop rates are. And so that's a dragon too.
Did they bring back from Demon Souls the light and dark balance thing? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, they do not have that.
Okay.
Okay, so it doesn't matter that I tiptoed. This guy saw me and he is lightning. Oh, and that hurts really badly.
Oh, you're dead.
Yeah, that's a death counter. Yep.
Well, there it is. Everyone, thanks for coming in. Watch us play Dark Souls. We died now.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Hi, Jordan, man. How's it going? So my other endeavor, by outside of trying to beat my backlog rate down, is I am back at the gym now, but not for weight loss anymore. This is totally like bulking. So I've been ingesting.
Muscles.
What's that?
Muscles, as I call them.
Yes. and I've been ingesting so much protein. I'm fairly certain my body is now just rejecting it.
Uh-oh.
But I can't even. I can't stop. Everybody's like, don't. You can't
Yeah, you
quit.
can't go halfway.
Yeah. So that's been fun.
Um, so when you say rejecting, are you creating Technicolor yawns, like the full extent there?
Yeah. It's no, it's interesting. It's like I am. I don't know. It's almost like my body is just. It doesn't like how much protein I'm getting, so now I'm just like my body temperature is continuously like sky high. Like right now, I feel like I'm having a hot flash.
Oh, well, that happens later on in life, Peter.
I know.
Some people.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm only 27. This is not supposed to happen just yet.
Menopause or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I can kind of identify in the sense that, like, where I live in Missouri, it's just like it's not super hot. It's been in the 80s, but it's been just humid as hell. And every day, I'll just come home to this couch and I'll lay here.
Yeah.
And it's so humid, I just start sweating everywhere.
Right.
And then it won't cool down until about 2 a.m. It's terrible.
Gotcha.
Oh, what's your death count?
Yes. Jordman is insistent that my death count is a lie. It is not. 18 is my true death count.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
Yes. But he said that if you multiply that by 5, you'll get kind of close. He is insistent that I'm this liar all of a sudden.
Whether you do all this, like, training off camera, but then all the training is only death.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. He used to be my loyal follower, and now he just hates me.
He's just a persistent troll.
Yes.
Well,
Jordan,
counts.
Jordan, man, why you gotta be a troll?
I also want to know what you're lifting.
Yeah, I see that. Not a lot. It depends on what kind of exercise I'm doing. But like my benching, I'm only benching like barely 100, and dumbbells. Each individual arm is actually different. It's weird. I'm right dominant, but I lift more with my left. But those are like 30 pounds each side, so
I've actually had kind of an example of that with like you think that you'd be bad at something with one hand or the other, but when I originally learned how to use a bow and arrow, I would automatically use it like a left-handed person for some reason.
Oh, interesting.
I'm a right-handed person, but just I was more comfortable with it when I first learned to do archery. Sure. And then they're like, "Oh, are you right-handed? Then you have to learn the other way." I was like, "Fine."
Well, that's silly. I never understood.
My accuracy with either was so.
Gotcha.
Tell me a little bit about like your character, your build, and like how you're supposed to fight things with this kind of build.
Sure. So the way
the opposite of what you did earlier.
Yeah. So I actually let the community pick my build. I typically play a priest or like a really heavy knight, and they decided to make me go as a pyromancer. So
was that an effort of trolling?
It might have been. It would have been worse though if they would have made me a deprived. A deprived in this game starts the game with even stats across the board, but they only get a wooden plank shield and a club. They get no armor.
Wow.
Yeah, so that would have been like the ultimate troll. So I'm thankful that they at least gave me a suitable class to make some progress. But yeah, so the Pyromancer is basically it's not an int build. It's, believe it or not, the pyromancies are based. They aren't affected by any stats at all. So the only way to boost up your pyromancy is by actually leveling up the hand that you have, which is called a pyromancy flame. So you can they're kind of built in a way that's pretty neutral. You've got points taken out of your your faith, and I think it's your dex. Those are pretty low from the beginning. So it's a pretty open build. You can pretty much do whatever you want. And something to note about this game is that no matter what class you start as, you will find that you'll only build it the way that you're going to play this game. So, so you can start out as a priest that ends up wielding like this big ass giant, sword, and still can cast miracles or something, But the way I started building him was I gave him a little bit of dexterity to be able to wield a bow. He does it very basically, so he just does enough to distract. It's not anything that's worthwhile whatsoever. And I gave him enough strength to wield a sword that's meaningful, and that's kind of where he is going to stop. Like where you see his stats at right now, the only thing that's going to increase from this point on is vitality, because I can't take a hit for the life of me right now.
Put about 100 points into that, and then you'll be able to take 3 hits instead of 2.
Right. Except for lightning, because lightning just owns you no matter what.
Well, is that based off of vitality, or is that one of those things where like another stat deals with elemental kind of damage or magic damage?
There's actually no stats that protect you from elements. Yes, the only thing that can protect you from elements is your equipment. And I have nothing that blocks lightning.
I have something resembling that wooden plank you're talking about.
Yes.
Just right in front of you.
Yes, so I can show you that as well. Let me find the shield. So the shield that I'm using right now, this is kind of the stats that go with it. So it does block some lightning, but you're still taking damage from it. The stuff on the left is basically what it does if you were to equip it to attack with it, which, why would you attack with a shield? But I don't
know, I've seen some stuff in like Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones where they'll take the bottom of a shield and go into someone's...
Well,
you do that?
I've PvP'd against people who've used shields and beaten me, so I guess I can't say anything.
The only way to win at PvP is not to play.
Right, yes. At least that's how I feel in Dark Souls, so... the stuff on the right, though, is your damage reduction. So I take no damage from physical as long as I have stamina. I take about 70% of whatever the damage would have been, and that's directly to your health. So yeah. So my lightning damage right now, anytime I get hit, I take at least half of it still to my health, even though I'm blocking.
Wow.
Yeah. My robes are fantastic for fire damage. And they are really good for poison resist, but that's about it. Their lightning damage is pretty negligible.
So in that previous route we were taking where you just ran into the lightning dragon, is there another path, or do you pretty much have to fight that guy?
I have to fight that guy.
Okay.
I could essentially run around him and try and dodge him.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's going to be rough. So I want to pause just for a second. Jordman, Xinous is not here tonight. He had a quick emergency. He said it's not a super important emergency, but it was something he had to take care of, and he just didn't want to make any promises. But he did want to apologize. I remembered the other name. He did want to apologize directly to you and say that he's sorry, and he will try and make it on again next time. So, and I also want to thank Praisin' Ain't Easy for the follow. Thank you so much. I didn't see you in the chat, so I hope you are enjoying the stream. And yeah, I appreciate the follow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I apologize that you have to deal with me instead.
Oh no, not at all. You guys are phenomenal, both you and him. I've been...
There'll be a period where he'll be back in town. Right now he's actually in Idaho, but there'll hopefully be a period where we're geographically in the same place, and maybe we'll be able to do something like this together.
Who is we?
Jim.
Oh, yes.
The other guy from my podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. And YouTube channel.
I have been trying desperately to find at this point, I'm just looking for one more. I don't even care if I have 3 player characters for the tabletop, but nobody's biting.
It's hard because I think a lot of people get scared off because, like, if they've had a taste for it or heard about it, like, they know it's a considerable time investment.
Yeah.
I know. I had some experience with. Oh man, I don't know what edition it would have been with D&D during college, and it was like first night, create a character, second night, beginning of the story. So it's like over months we got not quite through a dungeon. So I think that's one of those things
Right.
with a tabletop. And part of that's true. Like there is a time investment, and that's both a good and bad thing. And like you get really invested in it because you put so much work into it, as well as like if you rushed it, it wouldn't be the same thing. But I think that's
Right.
part of the deterrent as well.
Yeah. I've been trying to like let people know that it is far less structured than D&D in terms of like the strictness of it. Like it's literally like a like basically we're role playing together, and there are some elements that keep us in check, so we can't
Yeah,
just do whatever we want.
yeah. You can't just throw us off the cliff, and we can't just be like, no, I didn't fall. Shut up.
Right. I had flying
Parameters.
magic boots on.
Yeah. Did I forget to mention them? They were on sale.
Right.
Are
Um,
you? I don't think you're gonna be able to not get aggroed.
yeah, because I tried walking last time too.
And that's
Okay.
such a narrow passage that unless you can roll through his attacks and run away, I don't.
You actually can. Rolling
Yeah.
stops pretty much all damage
Okay, does it?
through the animation. Here we
Ah.
go. Dun, 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 dun. There's my souls. Oh,
I
there's some
recovered.
damage.
Beautiful. Not me. You made a
Run,
pass.
run, run, run. Oh, there's another. Oh,
This
God.
reminds me, by the way, there is actually a game that came out on PS2 and the original Xbox called Run Like Hell. It's my favorite game title. It's an okay game by itself.
Right. Oh, shit.
Oh, there's so many of them. You picked the wrong neighborhood.
Oh, look at this. Brigand stuff. Oh, no.
You don't have
Oh,
time
gosh.
for that. Oh,
Oh, there's so many.
this is a much better scene than the end of Hobbit 2.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, so owned.
Yeah, you were thirsty, but it's not the right moment. So, did I count right? There's like 5 or 6 of them there.
Yeah, at least.
So there's 3 right by that gate.
Yeah, and it looks like I can't actually go through that gate that way. It was shut, and I saw no mechanisms to open it.
I didn't see a button prompt.
Yeah. Gamer, I wasn't actually trying to do anything in particular except not go through Sen's Fortress just yet. And apparently I can't go that way, so since I don't really have anything, I'm actually going to go and pick up those items from that giant dragon and see what happens.
Oh, see what happens.
Yeah, that's kind of... Oh, yes, that was another death, was it not?
Don't forget, and then multiply by 5.
Yes, right. No, multiply by 5.
Yeah. So each death counts for 5.
Yeah. At least in Jordman's rules.
Yeah. You gotta play by the rules. So you've played through Demons, you're playing through Dark. What are your plans in terms of eventually going through 2?
That's kind of the reason why I started this one. I want to finish it up because I've been watching other people. So one of the things that I feel is kind of not an obligation per se, but like being a streamer, I feel like I should show support for other streamers as well. So I do spend a decent amount of time watching other streams, and one of them was through Dark Souls or Dark Souls 2 rather. And it looks like they really boosted some of the fighting mechanics. Like the sword play was just phenomenal. So I'm very curious to try it. A lot of people said that Dark Souls 1, what you had said basically, Dark Souls 1 was the better game. And I'm curious to see. So
Yeah. I'm basing my perceptions on that game from a couple videos I've watched myself, and the perception of I've kind of scrolled down on how many people I watch Let's Play, because like you, I'd like to support more people, but I haven't found any small groups, small Let's Players that I find amusing more than one video. So unfortunately, I watched a couple of the big ones, and one of them I won't name drop, but they play Dark Souls 2, and so that was kind of my initial interest in it. Because
Sure.
before that, all I'd heard was, "Oh, it's hard. Oh, you died." The whole meme aspect of it is all I knew, really.
right.
That was enough where I was like, "Well, I'm not gonna play that." But we'll see. I mean, sometimes it really tempts me. Dark Souls 1 is everywhere right now for $20 if I wanted to pick up a copy.
Yeah, the price drops very quickly on these games, and I'm not entirely sure why, but yeah.
I don't know. I think, well, I think part of it
Hello.
was like with a niche audience. Hello.
Hey, so this is Xynos. We have James from Elbow Rocket with us.
Hello.
Hey James, how's it going?
It's going all right. Peter's dying.
Yeah.
That's what you missed.
Yes, I am dying like crazy, and it is no fun.
It's fun for
Uh,
everyone. Watching.
Right.
I think that's the appeal of Dark Souls streams and stuff.
Pretty
It-
much.
It's kind of like
Oh.
some people claim that when you play it, like you have kind of a masochism or something, and then like you watch other people play it, and it's like a Schadenfreude kind of thing.
Right.
It's like I want him to mess up. Look at all the dragons.
So this is kind of cool. It's got both of your faces on my stream. So now I need to uncrop you because Final Fantasy X cannot be hidden.
Oh, it's fine. Just moving it somewhere.
Let's see
Eh.
here. So give me a second, y'all.
So there
Jordan said party complete.
you go. Oh, that's excellent.
Hey
That's
Jordan.
There we go. You can put it back in the left now. You're good.
Oh, now that I've gotten it all figured out.
Listen, all right. You're the one who was fussing before I was ready to be done here.
To start,
Let's see here. Fidget, fidget, fidget. That's what I'm doing.
yep.
So it's got you guys kind of long here, so I think I am going to put you back on the top. Bam. All right.
I
Look
love
at
going
us.
back to love going back to the Twitch and watching the delay, and I'm putting the boxes back up right now.
Yeah, that delay is wicked.
Yeah, I've heard that actually that's one of the things that they're working on, and a lot of people think will go away when slash if the acquisition happens.
Yes, when and if the acquisition.
The Google YouTube rumor slash. Yeah, it's not really a rumor so much as it's a possibility, I guess.
Yeah, I actually watched the Twitch bit on it's kind of like their weekly news thing, and they would not give any details on that. DJ Wheat was just he had his lips locked on it, so no
like,
new
shut up.
details yet.
I'm not
Okay.
surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video lag. I'm trying to watch the stream, your stream. Let's see how it goes.
You should be able to actually in Skype. I have my screen
Mhm.
shared,
Mhm.
so you should be able to see it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
So-
working out pretty well for me as long as I format it in a way where like there's no text bubble and like the screen's actually big enough.
Okay.
All right, so I am off to piss off a giant dragon that I saw, so that should be interesting.
You're really good at it. I believe in you.
I know. I pissed off 6 little ones, so I think one big one's gonna be okay.
That's the ratio.
Oh, I know where you are.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
this the
they're-
part where we're dying?
There are parts of this game that are just like awful. So, James, just to give you kind of a reference. So there's if I would have not went down here, and if I would have went further out, you would go out a little ways, and there are these ghosts, and you can't hit them unless you're cursed.
Oh,
By the way, cursed drops your health by half.
yeah, I have heard that.
Yes.
You can only hit them and actually combat them if you're cursed.
Yes. And they sell a temporary curse for like 4,000 souls a pop, which is not easy to come by.
Oh, that sounds like a decent amount.
Yeah. To put it into perspective, it takes about 9,000 to level up anymore. So 2 of those things is 1 level for me.
I'm like not even trying, but each of these names, like location names, are popping up like bad puns are coming into my head. Like Londo, I thought of Lando as in the Star Wars character.
Oh, yeah.
It made me think of Cards Against Humanity,
Oh.
which has a
Rando Cartesian.
yeah, it has a house rule where if you don't have that many people playing, you randomly put cards in under Lando's name.
Yes.
Rando, and if he wins, and everyone is shamed because they lost to a non-entity.
All right.
Yeah.
That may have happened the first time we played with those house rules.
So Xinous, if you can just peek at the screen for a sec, this is what I saw, and I thought it was like just a nasty, mossy rock of some sort. And then I looked around a little bit more, and I realized it had talons. And then I looked a little bit more, and I realized it had a face.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I'm fairly certain that when I grab these items, he is not going to be pleased. I almost just want to bink him in the head with a sword and be like, hey, clink.
Oh, try to get a preemptive strike.
Do it. YOLO.
Oh man, can you imagine if you only had one life to live on Demons or any of the Souls games?
You only live once, like in Goldeneye, right?
Yeah. Well, like there was what was it? It was that, I think it was Steel Battalion on the Xbox original with the big, massive controller. But like one of the ways that you could play, or if you weren't careful, like if you were losing and like your suit was gonna blow up and you didn't eject, it would delete your save file.
What?
Like that was part of the game. And so like if you game overed and didn't eject in time, like you literally only live once. And I'm like, wow, what would happen if you had to play Souls like that?
That's insane. Okay, so I picked up one between his toes, and he hasn't moved.
He doesn't care.
Nope, but I think he's probably not.
Get the one right next to his face.
Right?
I wish that there was one like literally in between.
Oh, he got up.
Jaw.
Oh, he got up.
Oh, there it is. Oh, oh, he didn't.
Oh.
He just got up and killed you. The fight hadn't even started.
He also, I picked up one of those little like glowy things. The other one is gone. When he swiped, it went away.
Yeah, he destroyed it.
Oh my goodness! I don't know.
What was it like? He did some animation, like he was.
Yeah, it
laying
was like
it-
he literally wiped his nose on me. He was just like, and it was like, and I died. But I got what was under there, at least one of them.
Let's see.
And
See if it was worth it.
It was the Astoria straight sword, so no.
Let's.
Yeah, look at those stats. Oh,
Ugh.
it's
Ugh.
got some magic attack to it, so I guess that's okay.
That doesn't make up.
Did you do a ranged attack with that? Is that what it is?
No, I think it just has some elemental property to it. It's a faith-based sword. So
I
something.
believe that the sword will hurt you.
Yeah. I'm praying really hard that it'll hurt. So there's auxiliary effect down there. You can see it's plus 120, basically light magic. So hitting undead with it will probably be beneficial. So I can probably head off to the Catacombs now. And then I picked up a shield, which was this one. And okay, so this is not really that great either. I lose magic and lightning and some stability to gain even better fire resist, but it's still not perfect.
I don't know why that dragon got so upset. He was really guarding a bunch of crap.
Yeah. Now I'm insanely curious to know what the other thing is. It was probably like the armor or something.
Has this happened before where items get destroyed or whatever during a death or attack or whatever?
No, I've never seen that happen before. And that guy just scared the shit out of me.
Oh, is that kind of like a ghost data kind of thing?
It's the other players that are playing the game, you can see kind of like their apparitions when they're near bonfires.
Okay.
It's that
I didn't
feel. Yeah, it's that feel of you're alone in your world, but there are other people kind of struggling with you.
I'm
It's
really
really a
intrigued.
nice little
Or go ahead.
tidbit. Well, Except for when I watched the thief walk up the wall where there wasn't a ladder yet for me. That was a little awkward.
He's just flying. Yeah, I'm really intrigued by the I don't know what do you call it. People coming into your game in the sequel, just invasion, I guess.
Yes.
I've seen a bunch of great videos about that. Like some people have kind of adapted to people coming in so often that like they're doing reverse troll tactics. Where I saw this great video, I can link it if anyone's interested, where this guy essentially painstakingly took the exact garb and weapon of one of the in-game enemies that only aggroes if you fight him, and then replace that enemy in the game world. So people would come in trying to invade him and kill him. But they couldn't find him because they assumed it was an enemy. And then he would like throw things that made noise, and they couldn't find him. It was pretty great.
Nice.
Give me 1 second. I'm actually going to plop you in the regular so you can go ahead and link that without getting botted. What is your username?
On Twitch,
Yes.
FQOB.
FQOB. Alright, so if you care to link it in Twitch, you will not get... Moobot won't eat you.
All right, give me a second to find in my history here.
Yeah.
My YouTube history.
Also, for those who are watching, I have also updated my regulars list, so the people that are more frequently showing up, I've made it so Moobot won't eat you as well.
No. Is
Except
that a common problem?
Yes. People like to post links, and for the people that show up all the time, like, I don't really care. You know, links, go for it. What I don't want is obviously the people coming in like, watch my stream, link.
Yeah, definitely.
So, the only person I did not add to that list was Jordman because he hates me.
I'm actually in the midst of setting up my stream as we speak. I just have to never be on my Skype window, it looks like.
Yeah, it does.
For the
Like
best.
my video as well. It's like when you're going back and forth between Skype and anything else with a video component. It's like, give me a second.
Well,
really
if I do a
invested.
screen capture and capture my camera in Skype, then I can throw it back up into my stream as a cam.
Oh.
But the moment I like put my mouse over my Skype, it shifts the whole stuff at the bottom up and moves my cam out of my capture window. So we'll see. It could be real shady.
Oh no.
I was looking through my YouTube history, and I think a faster way is I'm pretty sure I liked that video. We're gonna try that instead. Here we go. Hey, wow, I did it instantly. That was easy. Yeah, it's called Hiding in Plain Sight, and the flavor text says he dresses up as a hollow royal soldier in the Forest of Fallen something. So for those of you who played the second one, that's what that trick is all about.
Yeah,
I'm sure there.
They have a lot of prevalence on illusions in the second one, it seems like.
Yeah, I've seen something about like you can become an urn or a vase and like
Yeah.
move around until someone hits you in the face.
My cousin was playing through the second one,
So-
and he sent me a bunch of glides doing that, like just being an urn and waiting for somebody to come by and then backstabbing them.
So it's like epic prop hunt.
Yes, pretty much.
I kind of like that.
OP pot mode.
Oh, I can't flip my camera. That's gonna look backwards. Oh well. Oh well.
So the faith-based sword, I don't have enough faith to wield, so it only does like 20 damage.
You gotta believe, but you don't.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Salik? Salik? How would you pronounce that? S-A-L-I-K. Salik.
I'm going to Salic.
Salik?
That's my guess.
46111. Thank you. Always appreciate the follows.
You're racking them up.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream with my awesome guests. Also, I don't know, Xinous, if you saw in my chat, but Jordman said that you were able to shake the wife aggro and regain my aggro.
Sounds about right.
I love Jordan.
I know. Isn't he great? He is seriously phenomenal. I wish he didn't hate me so bad.
Oh yeah, does Xinous know about the house rule of your death count?
Yes, I think he was a part of that conversation when Jordman said that my death count is what it shows there times 5.
Is the real number.
Yes, he's saying that that's my real number. So,
If we're gonna be honest. Oh wow, what was that?
there are these in the catacombs. There are these little floating skull heads. They kind of come up to you and they look like they're not really doing anything, and you're like, oh, what is this guy? He's kind of pretty looking, and then they self-destruct.
Oh wow, so it's like a combination of like Castlevania, Medusa, and like the bombs from Final Fantasy X.
Yes. Yes, except
It's
these
terrible.
ones, these bombs don't give you a chance to hit them 3 times before they blow up. They just kind of come at you, and they're just like, hey, guess what we have in store?
Present.
This. Oh, oh, oh. No. No. Faked me out. Where'd you go? Oh, shit. Oh.
So I think I figured out a solution to cameras in stream, but we'll deal with that next time around.
Okay. Yeah, I apologize. I was just already all set up with Skype, so...
Yeah, no worries. No worries at all.
Right.
So
I just
are either
think
of
I
you-
found a... Go ahead.
Yeah.
I think I found a way to just get... I mean, however many people are on, I think I found a way to make it happen.
Cool.
Figured it out.
So...
It's always
Alright, I'm cutting everyone off. Oh,
No.
okay, let me just get it out of the way. Are either
Go
of you
for it.
following all the Beast Souls rumors and leaks?
No.
What is East Souls? I don't even know what that
no.
is.
Beast Souls.
Oh, no. I have no
Mhm.
idea what that is.
It is a bunch of like gifs and weapons of footage, and it looks very Dark Souls-esque, and it says From Software across the screen, and like that's what we have so far. But a lot of people think it's leaked footage, which either we're going to see next week at E3 or at Tokyo Game Show of the next Souls game, possibly for next gen.
Wow.
Well, current gen, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's it would look phenomenal. I mean, it looks great on the PS3 and the Xbox 360. I can only imagine what it'll look like on a PS4.
Yeah, because I definitely think it's a series where like the models are fine and textures are good and everything, but I think like the lighting and things like that add to the mood is what's
Yeah.
going to be really bolstered.
Yep, absolutely. All right. I'm going to come down here. I got a random humanity, so that's good. So I was telling you that humanity is a kind of an expendable commodity,
Mm-hmm.
and you basically can use them to come back to life, which will allow you to summon other people into your world, and you can use them to kindle fires, which allow you to... If I rest at this bonfire right now, I only get 5 Estus flasks, which is your health recovery item. If I kindle it and rest, I will get 10 instead.
That's weird, because my Kindle Fire lets me read ebooks.
Well played.
Gosh, both of you guys with the wit, I can't keep up.
I don't have to play the game, so I get to focus all my energy.
Right. Also, I picked up
like this.
a black eye orb in my play, and it says invade the world of murderer of firekeeper, and I don't know what it is.
You should probably eat it.
Yeah,
You don't know what it does, just consume it.
Right. Meanwhile, here's me getting owned by a giant dragon, and you want me to eat things that I don't know about.
Well, you don't know what could happen. You knew what was going to happen to the dragon.
Maybe.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
you're probably right. I'm hoping that there may be people in the catacombs. Sorry, I read the chat. I gotta stop doing that. I read the chat like mid-talking, and then I'm like, I'm trying to answer your question,
And then you
still
lost
say-
both.
Yeah, and still say what I was gonna say. But what I was saying was that a buddy of mine that I know in real life was talking about potentially phantoming for me while I played, but I haven't heard from him, so I don't think he's going to be joining. I don't know if he'd actually be in the call, but he would at least assist in some ways. As for Virtue's question, if you kindle your fire, you can only kindle a fire while you're alive. So essentially it costs you 2 humanity, and any fires that you kindle, you'll get 10 Estus flasks at that fire instead of 5. Oh, I just got countered like a mother. This skeleton is going ham on my face. Hey, he was, and he was raging out. It was like he was listening to Deadmau5 while he was like swinging his sword.
He just finds you attractive.
Maybe.
He's like, gotta touch your face.
Yes, he wanted to touch all over my face. I like how they fall apart on the first hit.
So kind of one of the things that also this is the stream where I just talked about how I don't want to play a Souls game. But one of the other things that kind of I was like wary of is that like everyone said like there's no real upfront story. There's a lot of like lore that you get from reading items and stuff that's really fascinating. Has that been true pretty much in these first 2 games experience? Where like there's, I mean, I'm not saying there's no story. I'm just saying like a lot of it is just hidden away, kind of.
Yeah, the first one is definitely. Oh shit! I just got an arrow to the back.
Supposed to get it in the knee.
Yeah, no, I never. Look at that. It's like right in my hip.
Sticking out your butt.
The first one was definitely like that. They gave you like 2 lines of story, and most of it you found out through the lore and talking to NPCs and things like that. This one, you get a little more story, but it's not much. It is definitely far more, if you don't talk to everybody and kind of ask them, like, what's going on, you're not going to find out.
Are you still using the prayer sword? Somebody's asking.
I am not using the faith-based sword anymore.
That's right. Because you're like, I can't.
Yeah. It was not doing enough damage, and it was, like, bouncing off of everything. It was very strange. I don't know if it was due to my lack of ability to use it or what. The sword that I'm using now is the Black Knight sword. I got it from a Black Knight. It was a exclusive drop, so I was very fortunate.
Was that a really tedious battle where like you had to keep chopping off limbs and he called you a yellow-blooded coward?
No, but I did have to tell him that he fights like a dairy farmer. That was the only way I could win.
People are saying that the arrow to the knee reference is a reference or a joke, old joke to getting married.
Really?
Arrow to the knee.
Yeah.
Like, so it evolved from arrow to the knee to a ball and chain.
Yeah. Or maybe like it wasn't actually an old phrase, but maybe like that's what they're saying the game universe is saying.
Gotcha.
Because like a lot of the guards that say that like obviously they're walking around, so.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I've never played Skyrim, so I don't know the context from which that phrase derives.
I
never
took.
really played it either.
I played it enough that I started just going around and shooting things in the knee so I could screen cap it.
Catacomb going. I didn't play it because I main PS3. I did have an Xbox at a time, but like the farther you get into Skyrim on PS3, the more likely your save data is going to make things go terrible. Like
I heard about that. They never fixed it?
They were basically not able to. Like it was such a tremendous bug / issue, they could not actually fix it entirely.
Wow.
So like
never heard of something like that.
Yeah, because the way I understand it, like on PS3, it had your save data like just expands, like it just keeps writing stuff, and so the more data that gets written in, like you did this, you did that, you have this amount of values for money, stats, whatever.
Sure.
The more complicated your save data got, and then eventually it either gets deleted or it crashes your system.
Gotcha.
And
So it
like,
basically had a poor memory dump kind of thing for the save.
essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that kept me wary of her playing it on console, and then like I don't know if I could play it on my laptop or not, but I never had a strong interest either.
Let's see here. Virtu confirms the statement that that getting shot in the knee or an arrow to the knee was the married reference. Let's see here. Gamer thought it literally meant took an arrow to the knee.
But then,
Yeah.
how would he walk around?
Yeah.
That guy's a liar.
I know. Kira, I don't know anybody personally who's used the Wanderer class. I don't even think I've ever touched the Wanderer. I've used the Bandit a little bit. I mostly used the Priest and the Knight before this Pyromancer. Yeah, I don't know anybody who's used Wanderer. That's the one that uses the bow pretty heavily, right? And I'll wait 30 seconds for that to come around.
Is there crossbows in this?
There are.
Yes.
I thought I'd seen some. That was kind of relatedly. That's one of the things that people are really excited about with the rumors of Beast Souls is that there are guns,
Oh.
like old school single shot kind of guns, but there are guns being added to what looks to be souls. And they're like, whoa, how is this gonna play?
Right.
So.
Oh, I think I went backwards. This place is very confusing to navigate.
It's literally a labyrinth.
Yeah.
So
And
I just a moment ago I got one of the little Titanite bugs.
yep.
I didn't know those existed.
Yeah. Titanite bug.
Yeah, it was like a little lizard bug creature thing with a Titanite shard in its back
Oh,
running
yes,
around after
the-
I broke a crate.
The crystal lizards.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep, they still exist. They are a lot fatter in this one and a little bit quicker when they run. But yes, they are still prevalent.
What do they do?
Now I have more of a reason to break open stuff.
When you kill a crystal lizard, they drop a bunch of the material that you need to craft.
See, really, I'm just baiting you with questions during dangerous junctures.
I see that, and I'm trying to stay really focused. Do you see that?
No, I legitimately, like, I only understand the basics, so it helps. But I pick really good timing, apparently. It's like, oh, are you busy with that asshole spirit? I just ask you an in-depth question.
Yes, I am.
So I'm across the bridge from the dragon.
Oh, wait. Oh, I want to see this.
I-
Hang on. I need to.
Is
I
this
need to-
the dragon that we poked in the face?
No, it's the red dragon in the beginning.
Yeah,
Oh.
This is a much different dragon. Oh,
And I've
shit.
still managed to get like 4,000 souls on my person by the time I got here.
He just crawled into the room. I'm surprised he made it up here. See, you can't even stop playing.
No, I tried to put my controller down. Next thing I know, there's a skeleton. He's like, "Oh, hello."
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's getting back up. I'm not going to be
Nice.
able to watch. God damn it. So
I'm waiting.
All right. The
That's what Rumble is for, though. When you set a controller down, you think it's safe, and you turn like, just your vision's just out of whatever you're playing. Your controller rumbles like, oh, I'm not done here.
Yeah. The skeletons with the glowy eyes, they will continuously resurrect unless you have a holy item, or you kill the guy that's bringing them back.
So there's a
Ah.
necromancer.
This little jagoff is still here.
Do
Oh.
the exploding bomb things, do they do splash damage to anyone else?
Yes. I don't know if you noticed, but that skeleton went right off the cliff.
Well, I also meant like, can you perhaps chain them with each other, where like one blows up and that causes the next one to blow up?
Absolutely can.
Cool. Because
I see where I am now.
on my YouTube channel. We just got done playing Resident Evil Revelations, which is going up. But there's an enemy that's essentially this. It's essentially a thing that walks up to you and blows up, and they're terribly annoying. And the only way to deal with them is to try and chain them like that.
Oh gosh! All right, we are trapped, and I'm taking severe damage. Oh god!
Oh, there it is.
Well,
You want to take a break and watch me die?
yes, I'm definitely going to.
Let's just pass the death responsibility over.
Yes. Let's see here. Twitch.tv/Xinous.
So the first message says try charging. I feel like that's real troll.
Try charging.
It's a serious tactic.
It depends on how you interpret charging. It's loading your video
And this
now.
skeleton is taking its sweet time.
And I've got an ad.
7 Hippo. How's it going, friend?
Jordan,
Thanks for dropping in.
Thanks for posting the dual link for us.
Yeah.
For anybody in the chat, please click on the multi-Twitch so that you can watch Xinous and I play at the same time and listen to James make witty comments about us both.
It's gonna
No way!
down.
I died to the first skeleton because I wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
I was trying to listen to you.
sorry.
Charge in the other direction. That's right, Jordan. I should have, because choices were made.
You just saw Peter fall to the same trap where the skeletons came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh no, this one was. I was just paying attention to other things, and I should have been drinking an Estus
Yeah, but
flask.
that's how it started, though.
Yeah, I was like, what are you saying? Like, I was paying attention and I still died. Let's see here.
Oh, screw you for blocking. You bitch!
Oh.
You bitch!
Hunter is the one with the bows. Wanderer is very quick at dodging. I gotcha.
No!
Oh, gamer, no worries
Nice.
about not being able to help. I appreciate it though. I'll just dock your points later.
That's how it works. And I think it's because I'm participating on a audio and video one
SOB.
of myself, which is not gonna work for me here.
Oh,
I'll just have to listen to your screams and be satisfied with that.
I could let me try something here. Can you see my screen share?
Oh wow, this is getting ridiculous.
I know this is like Inception right now.
Twitchception.
It's like, which dream will
Die.
you wake up from?
Yeah. All right, so this is dumb levels of Inception. Like all of our computers should be on fire right now.
Well, this is why I bought an 8-core processor, so I can do stuff like this.
That's true. Yeah,
Nice.
Jim's using his leftover money for this year to buy a gaming computer. He's like, I'd also like to stream, but I live in the Midwest where if you don't, get the full Google Fiber, like you basically don't have good enough upload to
Right.
do Twitch kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm attempting to help.
With encouragement and
Yes.
laughter.
And the support to the podcast, naturally. Which, by the way, is a new month, is it not?
What's that?
I said, oh, by the way, it's a new month, is it not?
Nice.
Yeah, it's June.
Yeah.
We
So
made
you
it.
c-
May was a long month for me. I don't know about anybody else.
Just in general, it's been a long month. Work's been kind of a bear.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
Let me know
Yeah.
when you're back at the Red Dragon.
I will be there momentarily, actually.
You have bored Peter Thomas.
Jeez.
Why
He's
this
gonna go do
rude.
something else.
I want to break
Rude.
pots. There's like these weird, like, scarab-looking things. all over this. Oh, they're moving. That's so gross.
Oh yeah, I can just barely see it. They are moving slightly.
Alright, I'm
Surely.
here again.
Okay.
So are we taking bets on this? The red dragon or anything else?
Are we? What are we betting?
On which side? This is the title match. This is a fight. Who's gonna win?
Oh, this is definitely
skeleton.
going to the dragon.
I don't know, I got really lucky with the last guy. Beat him the first time around. And I do mean lucky.
Well, you got the skeleton.
So for those who
Let's
are
hope
just
so.
those who are just joining in, you're watching the stream of Xinous through my stream.
Really? That's impressive.
Yeah.
I can't quite make out what it is because of the way I have my Skype set up at the moment, but that's kind of awesome.
Yeah. The true plot twist would be like, just kidding, Peter was never playing. It was always him. Just-
Oh,
the window was just better aligned beforehand.
come on. Really? I want him to make a move so I can smack him around a little. There we go. Oh, it didn't give me the non-block. You tricksy bitch. Nope. No, you don't. That's right.
Remind me to tell you what I'm thinking whenever he dies.
He's going to want to say it now. He doesn't want to offend the skeleton.
Right.
The archers. Is there anything down here I should really care about? No, screw it. YOLO.
You say that,
Oh.
but it's really Dark Souls is like the epitome of anti-YOLO.
Yeah.
Like anytime you take that tactic, it was a terrible idea, and you die so many times.
I'm not necessarily doing it because I want to play well. I'm doing it for the entertainment value.
Oh sure. There he
So the
is.
question is, yep. You monkey. Yep. Nope.
Leroy
I can't.
Jenkins said somebody.
I know, I saw
Leroy.
that. I wanted to check the chat real quick, but I forgot it all over.
Forgot you were going to show us all your secrets.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really popular reference, but if no one's actually ever seen that original video, it is hilarious. I'm pretty sure it's staged, but it's still really
I feel
funny.
like this is a Galaga moment.
I like your shield. It's pretty awesome looking.
Yeah, I like it.
I actually just picked one up when I was getting eaten alive by 6 blue dragons.
Yeah. Oh, so it's actually a rubbish shield. It just looks awesome.
No, I picked up 2 shields. One was the one by the.
Oh, he's gonna
By
put
the
me
6 blue
where
ones.
I'm always being shot at.
I'm
Can
actually
you
really.
can you aggro him into that corner you just came from?
That's what I was trying to do, but he's not. There he goes. Now he's coming this way.
Yeah, he's
He
not
was just
gonna
walking back and forth before.
He's very interested in you. You made a good first impression.
Yeah, see, then he does
That's what
this
we'll
shit.
call it.
Yeah. He's gonna invite you over for some tea and crumpets.
I'm actually really amazed
Come
right
on in
now that you've not drawn the aggro of the dragon.
Dragon's watching it just as much as we are.
I know, right?
It's like dinner and a show.
I mean, like, seriously, there have been times when I have walked on the bridge, not even gotten a quarter of the way through, and Dragon's not pleased. So the fact that you're dancing on the bridge like this and just tangoing with all of these skeletons, I'm, like, completely blown away. Because all I'm thinking, I was going to wait to see if something happened, but since he's not, all I keep thinking in my head is, you're playing with your life, son.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Oh, yep. So charge is a good idea to some degree. don't stop to pick stuff up and dance around with the skeletons.
We're catching up. Did you die?
Yeah.
I was gonna say the dragon's not even done.
I mean,
anything
anybody
yet.
who's played it before knows what's
There-
going on.
There it is. Oh, oh, the whole screen.
Oh
We-
my goodness.
Thank you for that very amusing diversion.
There we go, guys.
And now you know what not to do.
Yeah. Like
Only
I said,
999 more Dark Souls don't do this left to go.
Oh, like this right here. Holy crap. No, go away.